Hello. How are you? Welcome in. It is Friday. Yes, it was said Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 12th. Tomorrow's the 13th, Saturday. Hello. How are you, everybody? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are going to do a couple of sprints. That's the correct answer. 3 to 5. We'll see how far we get. Depends on how chatty we are. Rhiannon does start, I believe, at 9 o'clock. Welcome on in. Check in. How have you been? What you doing? We are on the YouTubes and we're over on the Twitchies. Speaking of Twitch, my old gaming group who got me into streaming, Emerald Company Gaming, they are going to start doing on the last Saturday of every month, starting June 27th, a Jackbox game night like we used to back in the olden days 6 years ago. So come hang out with me. I'll be over there probably most Saturdays before Rhiannon's members only then. I am a Jackboxaholic. I friggin' love Jackbox. How are all of you? I finished my tasks already for the day. It's been a dream life level kind of Friday once I got the cobwebs out of my brain and my garden watered. There you go. So it was a rough start, but otherwise it's been a dream life kind of day today. I got all my tasks done, a lot of tasks, chasing tasks for the end of the quarter and the fiscal year, if you will. And I'm actually going to get to write new words tonight because I feel like it, not because I have to or want to. It's something I want to work on. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. Louise, hey. Here taking a seat, not sure what you're working on yet, and that's okay. We've got, between myself and Rhiannon, we are here for at least the next 5 to 6 hours. You're good for the evening. Welcome in. Make sure you all get food. I'm also in the process of making dinner. How about all you? Havrin, hello. How's this? And Miranda. Are you doing new moon on Sunday or nearby? Because it is a new moon and Mercury's in the Gatorade. Make sure you're drinking plenty of your Gatorade, everybody. Also, Jess, Tech Gremlins, I need you to chill for a minute, please, and thank you. You know, we're just gonna start here. We're just gonna start right here. Because we're not messing with those Tech Gremlins. They've been mean to me all day. Hills, hello, how are you? Macaroni Macpie, welcome in. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, noted to me. I don't know if I'm doing a public live stream on Sunday or if I'm doing, we started Stardew Valley and members only on Sundays for Sunday Scaries. If you've missed Sunday Scaries recently. I'm also going to draw from the Soul Truth deck because felt like it. So I don't know. It's like if we do Sunday Scaries on the 14th, what are we doing for the solstice on the 21st is where I'm at. It's like, you see what I mean? Bury this. How dare you, Tech, be mean? Macaroni Magpies, hoping to reread the beginning of the story and remember where you were on it and get some new words. That's where I've been. It's no little secret I'm working on multiple pen names. I'm rereading something I wrote to build the backlist of another pen name before I start. I want to get a couple books in before I launch it, is what I'm trying to do. This weekend may be a little crazy. Oh, that's right. You do have a lot going on this weekend. I think I remember murmurings of, through lurkings of other streams, you mentioning that there was a lot on the plate, to be fair. I was going to say, isn't boot camp, is that starting this weekend or next weekend? Anyway, I'm on teacher like summer brain without being teacher mode. So Soul Truth, what do you want? Okay. What else could this mean? It's one of the prettier ones. What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction usually is rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. I feel called out. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what could this mean? What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? Jack Skellington mindsets in the air. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn? Stop calling me out. Rafiki! Stop! The stick, it hurts. Anyway. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? What is the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective? If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself then, how is life happening for me, not to me or with me? I like with me. How is life happening with me, co-creating with it? Okay, I'll work with the box getting open later. Mars, I'm doing better than I was. Thank you. All the hugs. I hope to see you throughout the weekend. Just found the house inspo. You found all the treasure trove for this project and apparently access into Twitch. Very nice. Very nice. Kickoff is the same time. Okay, is Sunday. Gotcha. Oh, geez. Okay, so there's just a lot going on. Noted. I think I just made some other decisions on what to do because I'm doing my quarterly reset. I have other tasks from something else guiding that right now. We'll put it that way. I can't say more than that or I'll reveal secrets. Anyway, in lieu of revealing secrets in honor of Cowboy Bebop, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Enjoy that bonfire, everybody. See you in 30 minutes. Alrighty, everybody. How did it go? I, first of all, need to switch some things around here with the dual screen mode. There we go. I went ahead and got dinner prepped, partially consumed. It was a make it simple kind of night. And my earrings I love these earrings. They are just that length to where the key, the little nubby on the key just barely catches onto everything, like my hair and my necklace and the hem of my shirt. Sorry. So food happened, and I also did some rereading and got some writing on this current project. 20 some chapters in, a little bit here, a little bit there over the course of the last several months. Add up quick in between other projects. How's it going, everybody? Bryn's here. Hey, how's is? Welcome on in. Jess of YouTube's. Oh, I appreciate you so much for sharing the Twitch link. And just as a reminder, y'all, because some of you just came in, June 27th over on Emerald Company Gaming. Mute. Thank you. We also have been kind of low-key invited to raid their Twitch for Jackbox. So, well, I'm inviting you. There you go. Kiki. Hi. Cassie, hello, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Melissa's here. How are you? Lainey, hello. Meal prepping and HB90. Very nice. Very nice. Time for dinner for Louise as well. What's on the dinner menu, everybody? What's on the menu? It sounds like Pumbaa. Miranda, Lion King 1.5? I think that's Lion King 1.5. Miranda, typing up the words you wrote yesterday, about 400. Not bad at all. Macaroni Magpie, reread and stalled on writing, and that's okay. You're allowed to do it one pace, one time. One sprint at a time. Hills got words and itchy ears. Somebody talking about you, or are you about to receive money? Because sometimes that's ear, sometimes that's hand. I've heard both depending on what you grew up with. Cassie, 395 words edited. Woo woo. And Melissa's writing by hand. Feel for the need for the switch up. So you have no idea how much you're writing, and you're going to write whatever your heart and your soul allow you to get going there. There's the link to ECG. Wait, we're doing a raid? Sweet! Yes, we're going over there June 27th at 4 p.m. I'll be... it's kind of because of those guys I got into streaming, believe it or not. John Z, who is the main, he's probably streaming right now, actually. He's the main face of the channel. He's a character in my books called Captain 5. Because, well, Captain Chicken didn't make sense. Yes, there's a reason for the number 5. We get into it in the books. Hills, well, your hand itches. Oh, both! Someone's talking about you and it's bringing you money. Let it be both. I hope it's both. Macaroni Magpie. Wait, writing by hand is a good idea. I might try that next sprint. The mind-body connection. This was, I actually took a whole class on a whole neuroscience and psychology of the mind-body connection for like reading, writing was specifically what it was for one of my masters in reading, go figure, in developmental reading rather. And that whole class was basically on why handwriting and getting into the hands-on part of the craft part of writing is so crucial, not just for the learning as a student, but we actually talked more about adults than kids in that class. And it was geared toward a K-12 experience as far as like the teachers in it that were in the class. All of us were like grades 4 through me, which was seniors. So yeah, if you want a fun class, look into a class on something that's literally about that, because the literally talking about like why in the brain the science of it matches the spirituality of it, matches the, oh, I love that class so much. Melissa, you really recommend it. This, if you have an overcorrecting thing, if you need to learn how to separate, and this was one of the things we talked about in this class, separating the writing processes becomes a lot easier to do when you're writing it in hand, because the body forces the brain to slow down on the writing part while it focuses on the muscles and the whatnot, subconscious, so on processes therein. So yeah, the brain's already focusing on a ton of things with the motions of the hand. It doesn't need to focus on the sentence above and below the sentence while you're actually typing or reading it. That was a bad summary of what an entire week of content in that class covered, by the way. Hello, Rua. Welcome on in. It's so good to see you. How are you? Why was your Twitch muted? Because Jenna has a loud mouth and doesn't need a mic. That's what it's trying to say. No. Now I have Foamy and the squirrel in my head. Pumpernickel toaster. No one knows what's even cooler. If you put in pumpernickel, it gives you something. And if you put it in something, it gives you something. And then what about wheat toast? Don't mess around with it. Something about a human hand? No, thank you. If you have no clue who Foamy the squirrel is, because some of you are of the Foamy mindset because you are a squirrel and like him, they are not. Anyway, if you would like an introduction to Foamy, I can get you a link to Ill Will Press and you can go, what was the early 2000s and the 2010s on the internet? I Can Has Cheeseburger level stuff. If you liked I Can Has Cheeseburger and have no clue what Foamy the squirrel is, I would like to make an introduction. Anyway, see you in 30 minutes. Alrighty, everybody. There we go. How'd it go? How'd it go? So I ate a little bit more on the food end. I'm kind of grazing as I'm writing. I'll write a little bit, take a couple bites. Write a little bit, take a couple bites. How about you? And since some of you got earworms, enjoy Amityville Toaster, everybody. Rua, excited to get going. It's the weekend already over in New Zealand, catching up on marketing tasks and reset. This is what a lot of my week has been fiscal stuff, state filing tax stuff, like not necessarily behind on, but catching up on this tiny little task, that tiny little task, this thing that I didn't finish, that thing that's partially updated. And it's all part of the reset into the good, for sure, for sure. Kind of doing some HB90 like tasks, kind of not, kind of combining it with something else. Jess doesn't look very pretty, but he figured this. There you go. Use those split screens and those spaces to however you feel you need, because you can always work another screen. We also need to talk about funding for something for you, maybe. Be right back. She made it back. Vomika, good evening. Dropping by to enjoy birthday pudding. Happy birthday pudding. Happy birthday pudding. Happy birthday pudding. Happy birthday pudding. Got more words for Hills. Louise, organized and thinking. Nice. Very nice. They kind of go in hand really well, don't they? Macaroni Magpie, starting with handwriting worked. Yes, finish the scene. I'm at boom boom. Try to read one line. What did we say about trying to read two lines at once earlier? Case in point. I am at the all is lost moment in the book, and you're reading and screaming, and on the inside and going, Duo Maxwell scream. No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For those of you who know the anime Gundam Wing, you know the nose scream I'm talking about. Just cleaned up some nonsense and got back to what you were working on. Yay! Miranda's almost finished with this scene and then back to pencil drafting at the end of this chapter. Very nice. Very nice. Bryn, working on an agenda for a meeting tomorrow. Ooh. Dare I ask? Is good things, at least, I hope so. Drive.google.com. Let me see in the linkages. I am looking for... Speaking of the tomorrows, if you want to check the tinyurl.com/authortube or the booktubes, you're welcome to do so here and here. Rhiannon does start... Where's her links? There's her links. Here in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we will head on over that way. We probably have enough time for 2 more sprints after this, depending on how chatty we get. We shall see. We shall see. And the parade of all the links. Whoa! It's a women's group. Gotcha. See, a lot of people don't realize that sororities are not only, and fraternities are not always college-based. I mean, yeah, you have like the local police department here has a fraternity. They have a fraternity and a sorority now, because my local police department has that many females on the force, which I think is cool. I did not realize that. I said, that's actually kind of cool that there's that many females on the force that they get their own now. But yeah, there can just be like various organizations, niches, industries have leadership sororities for different reasons. Some religious, some not, some charity, some not. And they all do for a lot of them have amazing things on their horizons as far as what they support. the local women's sorority for they're an animal rescue that became a sorority. I don't know how that happened, but the sorority supports the animal rescue. And literally all they do is they get together and they go and do like puppy yoga fundraisers and stuff. I'm like, hey, call yourself what you would like to call yourself. See, as a former teacher who knows students that benefit from programs like this, thank you. A lot of West Virginia is fed through programs like this during the summer. By the way, guys, my local the apartment I used to live at had a church around the corner from it. They reminded me, call around to your local entities and see if any of them are doing kids free bagged lunches right now. Kids don't get free lunch and breakfast during the summer. And in this heat, they probably need sponsors for things like, I kid you not, ice for getting stuff to kids, like ice packs and stuff, like bags of ice to keep coolers cool to get stuff to kids. So if you are interested in investing in something that literally you will see the benefits of in your immediate neighborhood, call around and see who's doing stuff for feeding kids this summer and stuff for parents this summer in general to make having kids easier in the heat. Okay. That's why I suggested the feeding programs, because sometimes they're feeding the babies, not just the grade school kids. If the grade school kids have babies in diapers siblings, they will give enough for the whole family usually. So please, definitely, if even if it's tiny, like call around and ask for sure. Hello, Gwen. It's good to see you. How is it? Hello, Andy. Good to see you. Teacher off her soapbox for the time being. Former teacher off her soapbox for the time being. So, all right. All the hellos back and forth. We are getting into our third sprint. If you have not taken a self-care or a soul care break and you need a break, please take one. You didn't earn it. You always deserved it. Okay. See you all here in just about 30 minutes on the other side of the bonfire. Hello. 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 How's this? All right. I got words. That's all I know. I got words. Might finish this chapter. Not really counting words on this whenever I get a chapter done is when I get a chapter done on this project. There you go. It's when I have time. I am that person. I realized that I wasn't using a skill, a pattern, a habit, whatever you want to call it, that I developed from being an English teacher, literature major, of my brain being able to write a little bit on each project each day. And I actually apparently am doing better putting out books that way. Thank you to people in chat who helped inspired that. Just saying. Because it's really working out long term more than I thought it would. So, Gwen to Andy, hello. Hello back. Luckily, Grand Rapids, where Bryn lives, it's 8. You have a really nice 18 and under program. And these are so crucial. Some parts of my state have them. The more urban places are the more likely places to find them. Out in Garrett County or parts of Allegheny County and the western counties close to the West Virginia line, out by like Morgantown and whatnot, can get dicey-er. I'm thinking specifically of like Lonaconing, Maryland, which literally it's grown up. It's gotten a third stoplight in town. I kid you not. It's a tiny little town in the middle of nowhere. If you don't have a car to get in and out of town, you're not getting food sometimes is the concern. Let's see. Grand Rapids relies heavily on Feeding America. Several places do. And that's why these organizations, regardless of the age of the kids they feed, are so important. I'm actually really glad that there are, in response to certain entities, not just religious ones, not focusing so much on baby food, in response to some local organizations here are listening to the social media of, hey, feed all kids, including the ones who need formula. So I'm glad they took that note and ran with it. The church I mentioned, not their pantry, but the pantry that they work in co-op with on the other side of town will get donations of baby formula now. A lot of like preemie formula too, which is amazing because regular baby formula is unheard of. Preemie formula getting donated outside of like a hospital guided program. Whoo, that's lucky to find. I only know that stuff because my nephew, my youngest biological nephew is the correct way to word that. He was a preemie, and his parents, for a while, relied on charity programs for not just preemie formula for him, but for breast milk donation for him, because his issue was a digestive developmental issue that held him in the hospital too long. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Jess had to get food. I'm glad you're taking care of you. Back, especially you need the writer fuel tonight and the modding fuel because Rhiannon starts in about an hour. We're going to do one more sprint to get us in between. So if you need a break, take a break. If you haven't taken one yet, Miranda finished that chapter. Now it's time to start supper. Exactly this. All the hugs. Playing with stickers. That's a perfect side quest, man. My inner child is squealing with you in behalf of the joy of side questing on this. So says the person who, a couple of the neighbor kids around the corner, neighbor kids, were playing with one of those parachutes with a beach ball in it. And I was like, oh man, you want to bet I totally parked the car like longer at the stoplight and just watched. And I said, I'm not trying to creep. It was literally a joy watching you all have fun doing something I did as a kid. I said, sorry, I just wanted to like, and they were like, no, we hear that from our parents all the time. It's not creeping. We get it. So enjoy the side quests. 576. Go, Louise, go. 786. Go, Gwen, go. Got words too. 40K into the book. Me too. That's about where I am on my book too. Bryn lost your screen and he was like, what doesn't? That noise. What's that noise? I was going to say me running my yammers. Nope. That noise. Do 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 do. Kazoo. Slow and steady wins the race, says the tortoise. No, says the hare to. Yeah, I said it right the first time. Says the tortoise to the hare. Rested your eyes. You're allowed to check the inside of your eyelids for holes. That's allowed. Lainey did some laundry, had breakfast, and now poking the ads. How are they doing? Along with the HB90 printing, multiple projects on the way, and yes, there you go. I was going to say your team multiple projects. I think Louise's team multiple projects. Rua, you love HB90. Yep, I wouldn't. Honestly, there's several things Sarah has made that some of us wouldn't have gotten our business started without them. To be fair, very, very valid. There you go. And see that I think a lot of us are also fiscal year is ending. What do we got to address? Because the fiscal year is ending too. It's like the end of a second marking period has the end of the semester on top of it, and the end of the fourth marking period has the end of the quarter on top of it. At the end of that semester with the quarter, I feel that way about the end of Q2 and the end of Q4 for my business. Likewise applies. It's like I feel like it's final week because it is. On that note, ads are doing well. Gotcha. You gotta do the chop. Yep. Check all your numbers. Make sure you're doing what you need to do. Applies. So, with that being said, it is our last sprint before we head over for a little bit of a break and then to Rhiannon's. So 30 minutes if you're stepping out on my hugs. Otherwise, I shall see you on the other side of that bonfire, everybody. We're actually heading on out here, everybody. So I did drop the link there to Rhiannon's channel. I hope to see you there. And we were chatting back and forth. Given the season of your life you're in right now, my friend, this applies. Always do you. And yeah, that's okay. It can come, it can go. Because this. Buffer days, health and recharging. Yes. Also the whole seasons of like, there's some tools that I'm just now going back to using after not having touched them for 5-6 years in my writing. Put it that way. So it can be that long. Whatever works. Woo-woo! With the food and cleanup. 6:41. Finished a chapter and started a new one. You think it's good for tonight? So glad you got home and got time with you too. Yes. Thank you. Yes, see you over here, Rhiannon. She starts in just about 30 minutes. Exactly on the nose right now. So I shall see you all over here in exactly, according to my timer, 30 minutes. Get a break, please. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Twitch. We're going to raid. We're going to test raids over